Hello parents, my name is Mr. Beemer and I am your child's AP US History teacher for the coming year. And I decided to make this video just to give you some information about this class. I think I'm on the my 10th outtake of this, so hopefully I'll get this done by October and get it out to you. I'm not going to see most of you probably until conferences in October. We don't have open house like we used to have, and so I would at least had a chance to talk to you then, but I won't. So now I decided to make this video, send it out to you to give you some valuable information for this class. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me, call me, and touch base with me. I'm here to help your child succeed. All right, let me tell you about myself. I've been teaching over 13 years. Pretty much all of it has been at Hudsonville High School. I've been teaching this class, AP US History, for 7 years, and I love teaching. It's my favorite class. It's awesome. It's challenging, but it's very rewarding. Before I move on, I gotta go back to my Hudsonville thing here. Okay, I love this school. Okay, I love Hudsonville High School. I love being an Eagle. I love the students, the community, the parents. It's a special place. I have Eagle pride for this place, so I'm a big homer. So you need to know that right now about me. All right, so this video is just gonna give you some information. I'm going to kind of walk you through some things, especially it'll be valuable to you if your child has never taken an AP class before, because they are definitely different. Again, any questions, feel free to contact me. Thanks. Okay, besides AP US History, I also teach in the first trimester. I teach US History A, and I have one section of economics as well. Fire up for Iwo Jima, march on Washington. I already mentioned a little bit about myself. 13th year at Hudsonville. I love this school. I did go to University of Michigan for a few years. Love that special place, go blue, to be a chemical engineer, and I am not a chemical engineer. Calculus 4, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I have nightmares. So after 3 years, I transferred to Grand Valley. Love that school. I met my wonderful wife there. She's also a teacher. She actually teaches at East Kentwood, and it's a great school. I'm a big fan of that place. Great people there, great students. And I live in the district. I have 2 kids in 3rd and 4th grade. They attend Georgetown Elementary. Okay, now the main reason why to take U.S. History, why am I giving this video? Because I think you need some valuable information as parents. Okay, first of all, this class is a year long. Most classes at HHS are trimesters, and so this is going to be all year. And this is a college level class, so it is going to be difficult, especially for sophomores or juniors. It's a challenge, it's a change, and so you need to know that expectation from the get-go. Our exam is going to be on the morning of Friday, May 8th. It's a national exam. AP US History students throughout the entire country take the exam at the same time. And unfortunately, there is a cost to this exam. It is about $90 or so. So if your son or daughter has 3 AP exams, they actually have to pay $270. So it is a little bit expensive, but the reward is outstanding if your child passes. If they get a passing score, they can get up to 3 credits, and sometimes more than that, depending on the university, of college credit, which in the long run can save thousands of dollars to your child. I think the most important thing on this page are the 5 different scores that are given by the AP board. Now, we want all our students that take A-Push to get a 5. Okay, if they get a 5, they pretty much get college credit anywhere in the United States for the most part. A 4 means well qualified and they should get college credit, and also a 3. If your child gets a 1 or 2, they most likely will not get any college credit, so they will pay $90 and not get the college credit. I also want to give you some information regarding other AP classes. Most of these that you see here are offered by Hudsonville High School, and of course highlighted is my class. And what we have here in this table is the lowest percentage of 5s nationwide. So let's just look at this right here. What this means is that last year 11% of all the test takers in the nation scored a 5 on the AP US History exam. Okay, and of course that is the highest possible score. Here is the 3-year average. And so I just wanted to compare this to some other AP classes that are offered. AP Lit and Comp are the hardest classes to earn a 5. And AP Calc, which I really struggled at the University of Michigan for some reason. 48% of all of those that took Calc BC actually got a 5. Another popular class here at HHS is AP Psych, and students do very well in that class as well. Now, I want all my students to get a 5, but obviously most importantly I want them to pass. if they can. And this list is the AP classes nationwide where students score a 1 or a 2. And on top here are AP Gov and AP US History. These are the hardest classes, or exams I should say, to pass. About 50% or half the people in the nation that take AP US History do not pass. So it is a very challenging and very difficult exam, where down here there's AP Calc again, my nemesis. Only 18% did not pass that. And then there's AP Psych. A third of all students nationwide do not pass that. So I just wanted to highlight how my class, it's a challenge for many students. Hopefully this table does not give you a headache, because there's a lot of information here, but I've been teaching this 6 years. This is my 7th year teaching it. My first year teaching it, my students averaged 2.34 score, no 5s on that, and about 38% actually passed. Needless to say, I really struggled that year on what I was doing, but hopefully I've learned a little bit on how to teach this class, and over the years the scores did improve. And one thing I'm excited about is this bottom statistic. In my first year teaching, only half the students in my class actually took the exam. And last year, down here, everybody but one took the exam. So I guess my key thing is, my point here, is that if you're in my class, I expect you to take the exam. Okay. Now, my one student last year actually went to Davenport, and so they did not accept the history class because it's a business school, and I totally understood that, but if you're in my class, we expect you to take the exam. We've got to prepare for that. 2015, this year, is a special year for the AP US History exam because it is completely different. It's a redesigned exam, and so it's a lot of work, okay, a lot of changes. And so myself and Mr. Vinord, Dave Vinord, also teaches AP US History. We went up to Traverse City in July, which I know I didn't want to go there either, but I guess I had to go there. Actually had a great time up there, but went up there for 4 days and learned a lot about this exam, what to expect to prepare your son or daughter. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great exam, but it's new. And so a little bit nervous as to how it's going to go, but I am excited about the changes. If your child has already taken an AP class, you probably know that the grading scale for AP classes are weighted. And if your child is not, then this might be new to you. But basically, if your child earns an A grade in any AP class, typically that's 4 points on the 4-point scale. But because it's an AP class, it's actually, you get 5 points. That's why many of our top students, their GPAs are actually over 4.0 because they have many AP classes and did well on that. And so you need to know, I guess, right from the get-go that this class is challenging, and most of my students are probably in this range, okay? Between the B- to B+ range. And so if you're used to your child getting all A's or A-, they may get a B because this is a tough class, it's a college level class. But if they do get a B in AP US History, that's actually worth 3.75. So technically it's better than getting an A- in a non-AP class. So again, part of it is to let people know, students and parents know, that this is a college level class. It's going to be difficult. And if they get an A, that's an incredible score for AP. Okay, another chart that might give you a headache. This is from the past 2 or 3 years. This is the average grade for the first trimester of my students. Okay, and the weighted grade that I mentioned on the previous slide. And over 2012, 2013, and the year before, this is the number of students that actually earned that score. So out of 28 students in 2012, 2013, only 4 actually got a straight A in the class, 2 got an A-. Most of them, like I said earlier, are in this range, C+ to B+ range. And the next column is their actual score when they took the exam in May. So typically, if you get an A in the first try, you're in a great shot to pass. Everybody passed, and most of them got a 5 or a 4. Okay, quick summary then. If the first trimester grade was a B or greater from the past students, 88% of them pass the AP exam. If they have a B- or lower, it goes down quite dramatically to 36% pass the exam in May. But it is possible. I had a student a few years ago that earned a C+ in the first trimester, and she actually scored a 4 on the exam in May. So improvement, I see that a lot from the second and into the third trimester. So even if they struggle a little bit, I still think they can pass the exam, which is the ultimate goal. All right, almost done. Hopefully you're still with me on this. A couple key things for this class. I have a website that there's a link to from the Hudsonville High School page. I suggest that your student bookmarks my website, and they're going to be visiting that every single day. And also on the website there is a calendar that tells you the reading that is coming up, when the tests are, when we have quizzes, when we have discussions. So it's a very valuable site. They should be checking that every single night. And finally, what I expect every night from your student. Well, every night they're going to have homework every night, just about, and they have to go to the website and look at the calendar and see what's going on. And then I provide notes or information over a section of the reading, and they have a couple of choices. They can copy these notes that I have over here. They can copy them into a notebook, which I recommend that, or they can print them off in PDF form and do it that way. After they write down the notes, I will have on my website a video. I provide a short little, not very exciting like this video I'm giving you, video that kind of covers the material, highlights some important things that might be on the test and things that they need to know. And the final thing they have to do after watching the videos is to read the book. Typically, the readings will be between 8 to 12 pages from the textbook just about every single night. So they are going to have quite a bit of homework. It's a college level class, and that's what I expect. And then the next day, they're going to have a 5-question quiz over the reading and the key information. Hey, you're still here. Thank you for watching this video. I'm surprised you're still watching it. You're a great parent. Your child's very lucky to have you. I hope it's a great year for them. I'm fired up. I'm excited. I can't wait. Hope we learn history. We get fired up. Go Eagles. Let's go learn some history. Thanks.